You got shot extremely well from deep. What do you credit that to? Was it good shots, good shot making, good process? What do you like?
Yeah, I feel like our offensive processes were good. Felt like we got good shots and just stepped into them and knocked them down. I feel like we came out, played with a lot of confidence, and led to good things for us. So, I thought we did a great job of attacking the rim, just playing our style offensively. And, when we're making shots like that, it's, we're tough to beat.
You guys lost all 3 road game ones last year. What can this one, and you always say it doesn't start till road team wins, what can this one do for you?
Yeah, it gives us a lot of, momentum for sure, and you can definitely feel good about it, for the night. But this is the best team in our conference. They play very hard. They don't lose a ton, so they're going to respond. And so we got to be prepared for that going into game 2. But I thought we did a great job of weathering the storm when, that avalanche was on its way, and thought we did a great job of weathering that. And once that happened, I felt confident in our group. But I love the way we started the game. I loved our energy from start to finish, and it's a really good win for us.
You have 2 big stops on switches late. Where would you rank this game in your playoff defensive rankings?
Well. Yeah, I mean, we knew that we were going to go to that at the end of the game, as a lot of teams do, just trying to be solid and help the team win. Obviously, Coach Carlisle and the staff have really been on me to, take a step on that end of the floor. And, I'm just trying to be solid, and they got a lot of great players, a lot of great one-on-one guys, so I'm just trying to make it tough and just be solid. That's my biggest thing, is just trying to be solid, not gamble, not foul if I don't have to, and just trying to be solid. But our coaching staff did a great job of challenging me, especially down the stretch there in the game. They knew what was coming, and I just tried to respond the best way I could. But it's just one game, so we're gonna have to be ready to respond in a couple days.
Drew and Aaron go 9 of 12 from 3 combined. Just how big were both of those guys? What impressed you about how they both kind of had different approaches or different situations when they were hitting shots? What impressed you about how each of those guys approached the shots that they took?
Yeah, they're just shooting it with a lot of confidence right now. I mean, Double A was, a little sore with his back, and I commend him for his performance and gutting through that, especially in the second half. He was huge, made a lot of big shots there in that third quarter, and then Drew is just doing what Drew does. It's come playoff time, he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable all the time, especially defensively. But I really, his lock-in level is unbelievable right now, and I think he's just doing a great job of letting the game come to him, stepping into shots with confidence, and he's shooting the ball unbelievably well right now, defending at a high level, and he's really the head of the snake for us defensively, and he's doing a great job, and we're just flowing off that.
You talked about getting the paint. It seemed like you really went to your floater game a lot, especially shooting it over Mobley, shooting it over Allen in those situations. I mean, that was I guess, the key for you coming in is look for those opportunities. And what did you like about the shots you made there, but also what that opened up for you otherwise?
Yeah, just trying to, it's always, again, a balance between aggression and finding teammates, and, watching a lot of film on these guys. They're such an elite team defensively, and just seeing different areas that I can attack, different ways that I can, get to the rim. They just do such a great job as a group of, rotating, really taking away the paint. They do a lot of different things well. So just trying to, capitalize on what I'm seeing on film. And, it's good that we can get this game out the way so I get, more film to look at. But definitely excited for the chess match that there will continue to be between us and them. And, just trying to take what the defense gives me and just be solid.
You mentioned the energy you guys had from the start of this game. Just what do you think led to that? Why were you guys able to sort of really come out and throw the first punch?
Yeah, I think, I think we're just trying to be a confident group. It's coming into this series, there's not a lot of people picking us to win by any means. We're definitely the heavy underdog in this series, but I think we're just trying to control what we can, and as a group, just keep believing in what we do. And I thought we've had a great couple days of preparation for these guys, and our energy was just right from start to jump. We knew that this crowd was going to be probably the best away crowd we've ever seen as a group in the playoffs. So I thought we did a great job responding, especially when they went on that run there. And we're just figuring out ways to win. And our bench is been amazing, with their energies. I mean, I commend the two-way guys who can't even suit up right now for how important they've been for our preparation, but also the communication on the bench, along with James Johnson and some other guys on the bench who might not be playing as much. We just have a great lock-in and buy-in from our group right now, and that's encouraging to see, and we're just trying to flow off that.
You guys threw a lot of different looks at Donovan. I think he obviously struggled shooting it tonight. Just what you like about just the way you guys guarded him as a team tonight?
Yeah, obviously Donovan's a great player. He still had 33 points. Still had a good game. But just trying to when you're playing a player that great, you're just trying to send different looks at him. See how you can mess up the rhythm and just figure it out. I think the NBA as a league, the top guys are so skilled right now, and he's definitely in that category. He makes shots at an unbelievable rate, and in so many different ways. So just try to give him different looks, and when we do get stops, get out and run.
Tyrese, I can't remember if it was Aaron or Drew that one of them called you a pure point guard. What does that concept, what does that mean to you, pure point guard?
I don't know. I mean, that's my position. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like I facilitate at a high rate, just try to get guys involved and just try to make the right play. Try to take care of the ball as much as I can, and just help lead the team. That's what I think. Like I've said many times, being the point guard is like being the mom. Your job is to take care of everybody, and just trying to do that at a high level.
So when you got 6 guys in double figures and 2 more 7, how good of a mom were you to
That's an interesting question. That's a real interesting question. Well, we won, so I think that's the most important thing is winning the game at the end of the day and just trying to put guys in the right position to succeed. And I think we got a lot of different guys chip in. That's not all because of me. We got a lot of great players and guys who can step in different ways and do so many different things. But that's our focus is just winning the game. So if I guess if we win the game, that means I was a good mom today.
You talk about a lot of different guys stepping in different ways. How big was Ben Mathurin's block there in the fourth quarter?
Huge, man, huge. He had also hit a big corner 3 there and in that run in the third, which I think won't be talked about enough. But that was a huge shot to stop their momentum there. And then after a little jaw jacking, a big block from him to kind of keep the momentum our way. So Ben was huge for us tonight. And we're going to need him to continue to make big plays along with the rest of our bench. And I think that you see what he brings to the table. And obviously we missed him a lot in our playoff run last year. So I know he's prepared and taking advantage of this moment. Because for him to have to sit out during the playoffs last year, I think ate at him a lot. So really glad that he's out there. Really glad he's on our side.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys.